This is the Kerry team that started the Munster final with one exception. Michael Gainey comes into the side at wing forward for the injured Stephen O'Brien. Brian Kelly is now clearly first choice goalkeeper with experience galore in front of him, like Mark O'Shea and Aidan O'Manning. It's a strong centre field with Anthony Marr and Brian Sheehan, while the inside line of Paul Gainey, Declan O'Sullivan and James O'Donoghue are all top-class footballers. The good news for Galway is that centre-back Gary O'Donnell starts this quarter-final after recovering from a shoulder injury. Tomas Healy retains the goalkeeping position, while up front Shane Walsh will be the man to watch at centre forward. One late change sees John O'Brien replace the injured James Kaplan. Moran gets a touch. Killian Young gathers and delivers quickly. James O'Donoghue. Third attack for Kerry. Chance here, over the bar. Good play by Michael Gainey, getting his first point in this All-Ireland quarter-final. Johnny Buckley in space. Backtracking is Tom Flynn. James O'Donoghue looks sharp. He's willing to take on the goal by defence. Here he goes! What a brilliant goal! Unstoppable. Thomas Healy was sprawling himself across the air, but he couldn't reach James O'Donoghue's rocket here. He took off, and he couldn't be stopped.
Yeah, and really he sidestepped Donlan. He was the first man to blow the cover. He should really have stood up, stayed outside him, made him work, made him twist, made him turn, and then once he beat Donlan, he was gone inside, and there was only going to be one result from that, because that man knows how to hit the back of the net.
Aidan O'Mahony to David Moore. Michael Gainey. It's that man again. James O'Donoghue going for goal number 2. He opts for the point. Well, Colin Cooper might be injured, but boy, have they a replacement in this young fella. Good strong play by Finian Hanley. Comes back out for his Declan O'Sullivan. Michael Gainey back for his O'Sullivan, who even I heard the call because he was in a better position, and that's over the bar.
And you can see the problem even from the initial attack. There was 4, 5, 6 Galway players around it, but still none of them were alert to it, and it was O'Sullivan who picked it up and stroked it over the bar with loads of time and loads of space.
Paul Varley, Fintan O'Curry, Tom Flynn, back for his Micheál Lundy. He could score from here, and that's exactly what he's done. Galway are up and running after 18 minutes and 46 seconds. Coming through the middle, it's Garrett Bradshaw. Tom Flynn recovered well. Bradshaw again, coming from a right half-back position and scoring Galway's second point of the game.
And I know we could say woulda, coulda, shoulda, but really, Marty, there should be 5, 6 points. It should be a tight enough game, a close enough game, but for the misses.
Paul Murphy has established himself at number 5 all through the league and championship. Paul Gainey wins the 50-50 ball and then shoots and scores. It's his second point of the match, first from play. And Kerry, when they go into the attack, seem to do it with a certain amount of ease. Well won by Paul Gainey. Finian Hanley and Garrett Bradshaw between them. Avert the danger. Here's Tom Flynn. He scored a goal in the opening half against Tipperary, and the pitch is opening up in front of him. On the 20, on the 13, what can he do? Oh, it's a goal for Galway! What a score!
It was incredible stuff, Marty. I've seen a lot of good goals in Croke Park, but from a midfielder, a young midfielder like that, who was like Moses, the waters just parted. I wondered where his support was. There was no support. They got out of the way. Shane Walsh got out of the way, let him through. He had the composure and he had the strength to get in there and take a kick even after that run. What a great score. Now Galway should be in the game.
Place in the All-Ireland football semi-final 2014 beckons. Michael Gainey lays it off. There's a chance here for Donegal Walsh. What's he going to do? He's going to put it over the bar. Good ball inside, and again the contrast with Galway, Kerry decisive and indeed incisive. Ball breaks for Donncha Walsh. James O'Donoghue laying it back as Johnny Buckley. Simple 1-2 and over the bar. And I'll emphasize it again, Kerry seem to be playing just in first or second gear. Micheál Lundy down as Paul Conroy, slipping one through. Sean Armstrong, oh, beautiful pass. Micheál Lundy, what can he do? He can score! Galway are back in this quarter-final. They do have forwards in the West, and Galway are beginning to show a bit of character and bottle. Lovely 1-2 with Armstrong. Micheál Lundy was coolness personified, slipping it past Brian Kelly.
But that's exactly what they haven't been doing in the first half, Marty. That little slip ball inside, there's plenty of space in there, and to give it back to the oncoming player, that's where your goal comes from. That's the knife through the defence. There's no way of defending against that.
Look at the second half possession, 62% for Galway. And they're rocking and rolling again here. Damien Comer hits it. Will it curl? Will it what? Brilliant points. Well, the two substitutes, Sean Armstrong and now Damien Comer, have added spice, added strength and added decisiveness to the Galway attack. Micheál Lundy. Lundy has to go back to gather it, despite the tenacity of Paul Murphy. Shane Walsh. Not too many options immediately available, but he has the composure and the confidence to retain possession and then creates the angle and then shoots. Fantastic. 10 out of 10, Shane Walsh, for his 4th point of the match.
What a great kick, hit it on the sweet spot. What a great score, and I can see what all the talk about this man is about.
Good to see Colm Gooch Cooper. What a loss he is, and we wish him well and a speedy recovery. We're looking forward to seeing him in the championship and the league next year. Donncha Walsh. Good ball, great ball. James O'Donoghue. And he puts it over the bar. Goal and 3 points. This is personal tally, and it's back to 3 points. Shane Enright. 2 against 2. Finian Hanley somehow managed to get it away. Comes to Barry John Keane, and that is over the bar. But to be honest, that should have been dealt with a lot better. Peter Crowley. Good ball. There's Barry John Keane. This is class.
Difficulty is, Marty, each time that Galway got their goal, Kerry responded with a score. Really, the team who gets the goal needs to respond with another point or two on top of that again.
Great catch by David Moran, who's played well. James O'Donoghue. He could go for a point from there. That's what he's done, and that's what he gets. 1 goal and 4 points for James O'Donoghue today, but he really is a class act. O'Donnell. Eddie Hoare. Has a lot of speed and strength, and he's going for it. 4 Kerry players converge around him. He still manages to get the ball through. Ends up with Shane Walsh. Micheál Lundy. A wall of green and gold jerseys in front of him. Paul Conroy shoots and scores. Much better out of the Galway captain, and it's his first point in this All-Ireland quarter-final. Peter Crowley. Lovely, lovely football from James O'Donoghue. He really is impressive. He mightn't be marked that tightly, but he certainly has all the skills required. Micheál Lundy pumping one in to see if they can get a break here, and they possibly have it as well. There's a chance of a goal, and the goalkeeper Brian Kelly saves. off the boot of Damien Comer, but the Killarney Legion goalkeeper deflected it out. And Eddie Kinsler from County Laois blows the full-time whistle. Galway gave it everything in the second half. Kerry never lost control, and Eamon Fitzmaurice and his fellow Kerry men will be heading back here to Croke Park for an All-Ireland football semi-final. Full-time score: Kerry 1 goal, 20 points, Galway 2-10.